Travel Smart, the insider's travel guide from Independent TV. This is the series where we share our take on the best destinations to visit, as well as the most sustainable ways to explore the world.
In this episode of Travel Smart, we're taking a closer look at the regions around Bodrum and Dalaman in southwestern Turkey, a wonderful area with all kinds of adventures and pursuits, and putting you closely in touch with nature and history. I'm perched up on deck here in Bodrum Harbour, which is a perfect place to watch the boats come and go. But that's not all that Bodrum has to offer.
Bodrum Castle offers a glimpse into the world of the Crusaders, while in the east of the city you'll find the ruins of Halicarnassus, which includes the mausoleum, built in the 4th century BC and considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world.
And not too far away is Dalaman, the gateway to some of the finest Turkish beach resorts.
Known as the Turquoise Coast, Dalaman offers everything from the Blue Lagoon at Uludeniz to paragliding off Babadeg Mount onto the beach below.
And if you want to have a peek under the sea yourself, here in Dalaman there are plenty of opportunities to go snorkeling or scuba diving. Yeah. This area of Turkey has some of the best diving in the Mediterranean. In the main April to November season, you'll find water temperatures of at least 20 degrees and visibility up to 30 metres. Turkey's marine landscapes include limestone caves, reefs and some fascinating wrecks. You'll often spot the remains of Turkey's ancient civilizations too, with amphora and other pottery on the seabed. Turkey's marine life is varied and colourful, with turtles, barracuda, rays and grouper a common sight.
Not far from Dalaman, to the west, is the Dalyan River, another stunning stretch of water that provides a great range of activities and attractions.
Take a cruise down the river as it winds its way from the scenic Kuduz Lake to the sea, taking in ancient ruins, mud baths and natural beauty along the way. For history buffs, the Lycian rock tombs date back to around 400 BC and are the final resting places of the kings of Kalmus. Time to answer your travel questions, and Jane says, I'm coming to Turkey next week. Do I take local currency, the Turkish lira, euros or sterling? Well, Jane, I simply bring sterling notes, making sure they're clean, making sure they're Bank of England rather than Scottish or Northern Irish notes, and then it's very straightforward. I will just find a local bureau de change, get a decent rate and change probably little and often, because I don't want to take too much of a risk that the exchange rate might suddenly change. Next up, Daryl wonders, why are flight prices to Turkey more expensive than Spain and Portugal? Well, very simply, Daryl, it's all to do with geography and the fact that Turkey is significantly further away. However, going back to Jane's question, once you arrive here, the living costs are really an awful lot lower than they are in Spain and quite a lot lower than they are in Portugal. Finally, Charlotte has a very sensible question. What's it like going to Turkey off-season? Well, the main season really begins mid-April, continues through to the end of October. I've been to Turkey in November, in January, and I just love the place, partly because there's so much to do. The weather isn't necessarily going to be brilliant every day, but you are going to get a higher temperature than you are in the UK. You're also going to get lower crowds, and that is particularly important if you're somewhere like Istanbul, a fabulous city, but it can get very busy indeed. Anyway, thank you very much for your questions. Of course, we welcome them on any destination in the world.
That's it for this episode of Travel Smart on Independent TV. Be sure to check in for the next episode, which you can watch on our website, on the Independent app or on your smart TV.
Thank you very much indeed for watching. Of course, you can get all the travel information you need 24 hours a day at independent.co.uk/travel. And of course, keep in touch with us on Independent TV. Goodbye.